But first of all, let me continue recording so we can get started and I can share the slides with you. So pretty much as I mentioned, if you got into Bitcoin, Ethereum, DeFi 1.0, if you miss, I don't know, DeFi 1.0, if you miss the NFTs trend, if you miss a lot of all of these new trends that are happening, this is the right place for you because I'm going to show you what is Metfi and what is Unity all about. As I mentioned, this is that new DeFi protocol that is based on the Binance blockchain, and it generates compound interest for you 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And pretty much how it happens, and I want to introduce to you in this and let you know what Metfi Promise is all about. Because I can tell you over here, you can earn up to 1,000% fixed and compounding interest per year buying our NFTs. You heard it well, 1,000%, up to 1,000% a year just for having our NFTs. Pretty much what Metfi is a DAO. And for everyone who doesn't know what a DAO is, I just want to go ahead and give to you a very brief explanation of what that is. And the most easiest way for me to understand what it is pretty much taking control, taking the power out of centralized organisms. That's what a DAO is. It's a decentralized autonomous organization. It pretty much means that a community owns and controls the power, the voting, the decisions, and pretty much it allows every single of its own members to decide what happens in any protocol or anything that is related to this. So Metfi is a DAO, which pretty much will guarantee your anonymity. It will also never conflict nor collect any of your data, because that's what a DAO is, giving the power back to the people. Pretty much, I don't know if you're actually aware of this, but I know as a fact that you've heard about that concept of Bitcoin. But most of the people thinks or believes that Bitcoin is actually only a crypto token, but it is actually a DAO. When if more than 50% of the users and of the nodes are actually taking decisions, they might change what Bitcoin is. It's super hard for it to happen at this point, but for a DAO, that's pretty much the power, allowing everyone to be able to vote. And for everyone who's actually connecting into this call and is listening to this call, I just want to understand how can they become investors, how they can actually earn the APY that I just mentioned. And I'll let you know what is the promise, the vision, the mission, how it happens. But I want to tell you the most important aspects of why I decided to join Metfi and why I'm actually promoting this, because I really love the fact that we can have 100% transparency, which pretty much means that since day one, you're allowed to see everything that happens in its treasury, everything that happens in its own protocol, that you can actually see in the blockchain. You can actually see in the smart chain, the white paper, which for the people who doesn't know what that is pretty much, you can see the backbone of this protocol or this company, if you want to put it that way. You can see everything behind its own programming code, and it's all seriously there in the network for everyone to see it. But most importantly is that no one can modify it. And the only way that there can be changes in it is being a DAO if more than 50% of its users, of their NFT holders, stakers, decide and vote whether yes or a no for any of the proposals that are put in within. Once they vote, what they decide, once they give their opinion, their decision, then the smart contracts will go into place and will take actions. And that's pretty much what it really excites me, that, as I mentioned, this is so different as any other company that you've seen in the past, where there's a corporate, a CEO, or there's executives that are taking decisions for the people. And in here, it's all the way around. It's people taking decisions for its own company, and in this case, for this DAO. That's what it really excites me. Now, what's Metfi's vision is pretty much to aspire to be the world's #1 metaverse and Web3 incubator. That's why I mentioned, if you actually pass the trend, if you miss the trend of the NFTs, if you miss the trend of BTC, Ethereum, and all of this great investment opportunities, probably you missed them. So what Metfi is bringing is pretty much all about is becoming this incubator for all of this huge trend, for this I wouldn't want to say the future. It's actually the present of what is happening in the world. You know about metaverse, you've heard about it. And if you don't know what really it is about, or Web3, I'm gonna give you a brief explanation, of course. But the most important thing is whether you really know and understand what that is. You know it already catches us. You know it's already the present. And Metfi is allowing you to be part of those trends barely at their initial moment, where you can actually invest in and get the most of the profits. There's a lot of projects going on, and there's a lot of projects in the metaverse and DeFi and Web3 and all of that, but we don't get to know them. Or when we get to know is when it's already too late, or it's not that as a big opportunity as it could have been if you knew about it right at the beginning. So this is what it actually will allow you. Metfi is investing its own treasury, decided by the people, decided by voted by their users, to decide in what projects they will invest in. And I want to be very, very honest with you. Of course, there are thousands of projects coming out every single week, I would say. Some of them will be successful, some of them will not be successful. And we as a community, we as a DAO will get a chance to decide where will Metfi invest his treasury. And now I'm going to explain it more thoroughly, but I just want you to get a grasp idea of what that is, like the overview and like the overall vision of what that is. And as I mentioned, just becoming the world's #1 metaverse incubator. That's our mission. That's our vision and our mission is pretty much identify, invest, and incubate all of these projects. Now, what's the metaverse? I really don't want to go very deep into this because I know there's a lot of information. You pretty much can go in Google and you can just Google and understand what it is. You can go to YouTube. There's a lot of podcasts. There's a lot of information about this. And I want to be very, very, very straightforward with you. If you feel this is something that is not really important, or do you feel this is just something that is only a trend that will be temporarily, or it would just be just a fashion that will go away, I need to let you know that that's not going to happen. I was just watching today a reel of Bill Gates giving an interview in a TV show on television. It was about 1995. He was speaking about internet, and the host that was interviewing him was laughing and was making jokes about internet and pretty much letting Bill Gates say, like, dude, this is not something really important. And this is pretty much what I want to tell you. When someone tells me, or when someone gives the opinion that the metaverse and all of this Web3 or DeFi 2.0, it's happening, and they feel it's not something very important, that they even mock about it, it's pretty much that host in 1995 mocking and making fun of Bill Gates speaking about internet. So as of now, I want to let you know this is a huge responsibility, as a homework that I'm giving to you. You need to understand and dig deeper into all of these concepts and these aspects, because if you do so and you actually get into this trend and you take Metfi to leverage, you can make a lot of money. Especially you can be part of that creation, and you can be one of those owners and those creators of all of the projects that might change the world. And this is the huge opportunity that we have. It's not only about making money, but it's about us changing the world and being part of this new trend and being part of this creation of this new world. Metaverse is pretty much $1 billion industry. There's a lot of information, as I just mentioned. Just go ahead and research by yourself. I don't want you to believe in what I'm saying. I want you to research it. I'm just here passing on information to you for you to research it and validate whatever I'm telling you. As the same fact that I'm telling you that everything that I'm going to tell you today, everything that I'm going to show you today, the most important thing is, whether you believe me or not, you can make your own research. You can go into the blockchain, you can go into the smart chain, and you can read the white paper, and you can read it. You can go into Discord and find all about Metfi and realize that it's not about believing or not. It's about just reading and researching and making a whole comprehension that this is happening, whether you understand it or not. But you can take leverage and you can take advantage of it. What's Web 3.0? Pretty much as a summary, I can tell you Web 2 is all of the centralized internet. Google, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, like, you know, when you're speaking and then your Siri or Alexa is hearing you, it will show you information in your Instagram, and you will see ads and advertisements based on whatever you're searching or whatever you're speaking. That's pretty much because all of that information is controlled by these humongous companies. And Web 3.0 is pretty much that decentralization of that internet. is this huge advantage of you having a free environment in the internet, and you can take part of it, and you can be positioning yourself with Metfi at the very front of the huge emerging Web3 trend. And this is what this is all about. Now, what I love, and I mentioned 100% transparency, this is pretty much speaking related to the Metfi treasury. It's community-owned treasury. So what does that mean? That treasury is owned by the Metfi community, not by an individual, not by a company. The treasury invests some of the funds that it receives, and I'll tell you how, from Metfi NFTs and the tokens that are sold in the early stage of metaverse and Web3 projects with the aim of investing and incubating unicorns. So pretty much all the treasury that you can see right on front in your back office, in your Metfi platform, you can see over there how much money there is, how many tokens, how many people, how many NFTs. But the most important is that you will decide with us in what projects you will incubate unicorns. You will decide what are the unicorns that Metfi will fund, and we will see them grow, and we will see them compound, and that will give you a lot of money, a lot of compounding, a lot of interest. But most importantly, as I mentioned, you will be able to be part of this new world, and the new world, and you will be those creators. So buying a Metfi NFT gives you a stake in all Metfi treasury investments that very few people get early access to. Profits from the treasury are dispersed to all Metfi NFT owners in a form of Metfi tokens or MFI tokens. Pretty much how it happens is you have or I'll go a little bit deeper so you can understand what do I mean when you have to have an NFT and how does it work. But pretty much I want to give a brief explanation of what an NFT is, because I know that as a fact, you've also heard a lot of NFTs. You've seen some monkeys or some pictures or some sort of art, and you see that a lot of people and that Adidas is bringing NFTs, and you have like huge celebrities also bringing out their NFTs, and you might be seeing that like everywhere now, but you might not understand what that is. So as I mentioned, you just have to go and research a little bit what that is, but I can tell you there's two main things or main aspects for the NFTs of today. You can have an NFT that can be a collectible or just pretty much an art collection that will earn value with the time, like any other piece of art, or you can have NFTs that have a utility. And in this case, your NFT will not only be a collectible, but will also give you a utility because it will give you MFI tokens. It will allow you to compound interest and earn money every single day, every 12 hours to be precise, every single day from Monday to Sunday, 365 days a year, every 12 hours. But not only that, but it will allow you to be part of the DAO, and it will allow you to vote and take decisions on what the treasury is doing with its own money and what also is going to happen with the whole company and the whole DAO. That's why your NFT, pretty much your NFT is your stakes in this company. So what is the MFI tokens? It's pretty much the auto-generated tokens on this DAO that will be paid to you, as I mentioned, every 12 hours and will allow you to compound interest. The most important fact as of now is that one MFI, just in this first month, we just been here in the market for about a month and a week or so. Let's just say it just 1 month. And then this single month, just one MFI token is worth it more than $3,000. Just one MFI token. And this is just really getting started. So this is an amazing opportunity for you to start to actually compound and to get advantage of all of this. APY, annual percentage yield, is the real rate of return on an asset after compounding its interest that has been factored in. Pretty much what does that mean is basically letting you know that you will be receiving an annual percentage yield depending on the NFT that you have, and that will be growing and compounding. So it will allow you to receive a given percentage on whatever your investment was. And I will let you know more specifically on the numbers, and you can see the percentages and all that. But pretty much what you have to do is just pretty much go in, have any wallet with BUSD or Binance USD, so you can buy your MFI and you can actually have your own wallet, your own MetaMask or whatever wallet that you want to use. You just pretty much connect it to your MetFi, buying or purchasing your NFT, and that will allow you to start earning this APY and start compounding your investment. Now, what is the NFT collection? Is pretty much all of this 10 NFTs that you see over here, starting with the NFT number 1, which is a shrimp, up until that number 10, which is a humpback, that will go starting on a price of $100 up to $51,200, giving a different percentage or a different APY on a yearly basis, which will go from 100% up to 1,000% MPY. And yes, I said it correctly, and you're reading it correctly, 1,000% APY. That's the amount of compounding interest that you can create in MFI tokens if you have a number 10 NFT or the humpback NFT. This is how it works, and this is amazing. And how does it work and how does it happen is pretty much a smart wealth accumulation strategy. Is compounding and creating and letting, instead of you every single penny or every single interest that you earn, instead of you removing it and bringing it out, you will allow it to compound for a whole year. This is an investment that is not created to be giving you money every single day so you can exchange it. It will pay out to you every 12 hours, yes, indeed. But in order for you to allow it to be there, sit there, to compound, to give you bigger amounts of money. How would it work? I will just give you an example. Let's say that you invested, that you bought a shrimp, an NFT shrimp, number 1, and a stake that will give you 10 MFI stakes. And if you additionally purchase $100 worth of MFI, it will pretty much mean that you have $110 worth of MFI tokens. A total of $200 spent, but it will give you 100% of APY. So that pretty much means that if you bring in $200 worth of MFI tokens and you let it sit and let it compound for a whole year, you will earn, after your first year, you will have a balance of $220. But in your second year, you will have $440 just in 2 years. Now, pretty much, it doesn't sound like a big thing for $100, for $100, it might not sound that much, but what happens if you buy a bigger NFT? What happens if you go, for example, to the dolphin or a shark? Well, let's go to the biggest one, NFT number 10, which is the humpback, a total investment of $204,000. But after the second year, you will be earning $13 million approximately. That's the magic of compounding interest, and that's the magic of the opportunity that you have over here. And what I'm telling you over here, this is pretty much just considering the price that it currently has right now. The price that, as I mentioned, it is around $3,000, just one MFI. But what happens when the treasury grows? Because I mentioned since the beginning that Metfi is an incubator of DeFi protocols, of DeFi Web 3.0, or generally metaverse projects that will allow the treasury to grow and will bring more value to its token. And the way the tokenomics work is pretty much making it bigger and bigger and bigger. So that means that this projections or this APY that I'm giving to you today, it might change and it more likely will increase based on the value of the project that we're incubating and that will succeed, that will give more funds to the treasury, which pretty much means more money at the end for you. So how the treasury can pay that high yield, almost $1,000, I mean 1,000% on a yearly basis, pretty much is because, as I mentioned, all the profits from the NFTs and token sales are sent to the treasury for investments in the metaverse and Web3 projects, as I just mentioned. Also, because Metfi NFT owners stake their tokens to their NFT, because doing so generates more tokens each and every day. So that will create a compound interest. And third, the treasury invests in private metaverse and Web3 sales long before the public knows about them. And you know, if public still doesn't know about it, that's the biggest moment, that's the biggest opportunity for you to buy, to purchase, or to do anything related to investments, when the public still doesn't know, where the masses are still not aware of them. Because when they get aware of them, that's when the value increases the most. And that's when you can get more value over any investment that you're doing. So that's pretty much how the treasury can pay that high yield. And there's a lot of more stuff. You can have the majority of people that are going to purchase NFT number 10 on the day One, we know that, of course, there will people that will definitely buy a purchase, will purchase an NFT number 10. I can personally tell you already have an NFT number 9. And I know a lot of people that are doing so. We've just been here for around a month and a week, as I mentioned. But irrespective of that, Metfi can pay a fixed APY of 1,000 to all of its NFTs holders, even if every owner held an NFT 10. And every upgrade will create a sale and will create interest and will bring in more money and will bring in more value to its own treasury. The treasury receives a royalty every time an Metfi NFT owner sells their NFT, because they can be transferred, they can be sold. Because you will always keep your NFT in your own wallet, in your own MetaMask or whatever wallet you're using based on this chain, on this smart chain. You will always keep it. You're not putting it anywhere but in your own control, and you will always have control of them as well. The treasury receives daily profits from the Metfi affiliate program as well, pretty much meaning every time someone purchases an NFT or purchases tokens, a percentage of those sales will go directly to its treasury and will also increase their value because of the same tokenomics. Something super important for me to talk to you about is the smart contracts. I know you've also heard about it, and pretty much I want to tell you that Metfi operates via smart contracts living on the blockchain, which means 100% transparency, which means no way for it to be someone to hack it or someone to break it, because it's on the blockchain. You know how that works. The smart contract is self-executing, it's running independently without any human intervention. It's performing only the task that it was programmed to perform, nothing else more than what it was already programmed to be performed. It cannot be changed. The keys were already self-destroyed. That means that when the programmers launched the smart contract and they put it in place, it automatically destroyed the keys that will allow changes to happen. So the programmers are not allowed and cannot change anything within the smart contract because it is a smart contract on the blockchain. The only way something can be changed is based on the valid voting, and that will self-execute every single change based on those votings. Those are the only ways that this can be changed. Then will ensure that you will always receive what Metfi has promised, with those transactions being processed in real time and visible in the blockchain. As I mentioned, 100% transparency, permanently sealed, and 100% secure. This is pretty much what it means and what you can actually have being just an investor, just being someone that will passively come in here, purchase an NFT, purchase tokens, and allow its value to grow. But more importantly, and keep in mind the vision and what our mission is, to be that #1 incubator of the early stage of all unicorns in this whole metaverse. So it only allows you to earn money that way. Is there something else that you can do? Of course you do. There's also a way that you can actually refer this and you can start earning based on that Metfi affiliate program. This is optional. This is only for people who want to do so. You can just be a passive investor. You just can be a passive NFT holder and allow your compound APY to give you your interest, or you can also refer people in the affiliate program. And if it happens, every time you share Metfi with others, you will get paid in Binance USD immediately. I want to repeat that again. You will get paid whatever sale you make or whatever recommendation you made. Every time you share Metfi, you will get paid immediately with the smart contracts in Binance USD. You have nothing to wait. You don't have to wait for someone to push in the button and to release withdrawals. You don't have to wait for someone or any corporate, or any other person or any executive to allow commissions to go out. It goes out immediately based on the smart contract. It goes immediately in the chain and it's paid right away in Binance USD. Participating is super easy. The only thing that you have to do is pretty much buy your NFT and then refer Metfi with someone else. And that way you can have your 5 core income streams. First of all is your annual percentage yield, which I already spoke about, which that will not require any referrals. It's just passive income, just letting it compound. So you can change after 1 or 2 years, whenever you decide to, you can unstake your NFT, you will sell your NFT, and then you can exchange in PancakeSwap immediately right away your MFI tokens. The second is a matrix bonus. And this is something super excites me because it is 3 lines, 10 levels, hybrid matrix that will allow you to earn every single time someone refers Metfi. Based on those 3 lines and those 10 levels, you will earn money immediately in Binance USD. It pretty much works this way, and it might be getting a little bit trickier. You might find it a little bit complicated. I can tell you all of the information. You can research, you can talk to the person who invited you to this Zoom and go thoroughly or more specifically into any questions you may have regarding all of the bonuses and all of the referral program. But I just want you to go ahead and directly see this table. You might not understand it fully right now, but it doesn't matter. I just want you to see the number and realize the vision of what I want to share to you today. If we go in an example, in the NFT number 1, which is the most basic, the most economic one, just this example on the shrimp, which is $100. Every time you create your matrix, which means you bring in 3 people, you refer this to three people, it will go number 1, number 2, number 3. You bring in more people, it will start filling the positions, and every one of them that refer more people will start filling the matrix. But I just want to let you know, the biggest amount of people, or the maximum that amount of people that you can have in your number 1 matrix, which is the shrimp, is 88,000 people. But just having the minimum investment, 88,000 people on the minimum, it pretty much means $442,000 of people just purchasing $100. This is not including more bonuses. This is not including your APY as a passive income, as a passive investor, and it's also not including your MFI tokens and the value that is increasing. But I just spoke to you about the minimum, but I want to go now to the middle example. If you go and purchase an NFT number 5, which is a dolphin, it will, for those 88,000 people as well, every time your shrimps go to number 1 NFTs, make an upgrade or make a purchase or a sale, they purchase the number 2, the number 3, the number 5, you're earning money every time they do an upgrade. But once you reach to a point where that 88,000 people have Dolphin NFT number 5, you're making $7 million. Right up front, right there, immediately paid out by the smart contracts in Binance USD, right away, 100% utility, 100%. But what happens if you go to the number 10, to the humpback whale? Your number 5 will go to a 6, to a 7, to an 8, and will keep on upgrading until they reach the number 10. What happens when they reach to the number 10? That would not only give to them 1,000 APY on their investment, but it will allow you to earn $226 million. And I know it sounds like a lot of money. I mean, it is a lot of money. The most important thing over here is that you understand that it's not only this, it's every time someone is upgrading, you're earning money. And this is how you can earn up to $226 million. How long will you take to have 88,000 people in an NFT level 10? I don't know. It really depends on you. I can tell you that in previous companies that I've worked with and that I have referred as and worked the network, I've made more than 88,000 people in 3 years. And I know you can do it as well, because we can teach you how to do it. But if you do so and you come along with us and you are teachable and coachable and let us teach you how to create a community that way that we're doing it, reaching to a goal of 88,000 people with an NFT level 10, so pretty much meaning earning $226 million approximately, we can do that in less than a year. We've already done it. So pretty much this is the opportunity that you have. Now, there's another bonus and there's another huge opportunity that Metfi will pay out to you, which is the matching bonus. And it pretty much means that you will qualify to earn 50% of all of your personally referred people into your matrix within the first month, if you do it after referring people in NFT number 5. So once again, how does it work? Refer 5 people, 5 friends to come in here and purchase an NFT number 5, and you will earn 50% of their purchase. That pretty much means minimum $1,200, I mean $12,500 minimum If you refer more than 5 people, you refer 10, 20, 30, 40, I don't know, it really depends on you. You have 30 days to refer as much people as you can, NFT number 10, and you will earn 50% of each and every sale. So that's how pretty much how it works. I'm sorry, yeah, thank you for the correction. It's not NFT number 5, it's NFT number 4. Thank you for that correction, super, super important. Yeah, you just need to refer 5 people. I'll say it once again, so it's very clear. It's referring 5 people in NFT number 4, and it will give you 50% of the purchase, starting on 5 people, and all that, the rest just for 30 days, okay? Now, next bonus, which is the fast start bonus, and it's pretty much how it works. It will also allow you to earn 50%. I mean, this is not the 50%. It will allow you to earn during this period of 30 days. Every single time someone buys in, during this period of 30 days, you will be able to earn a 10% of their purchase. And more likely, and just making that clarification on the matching bonus, this will not be on, you have a period of 30 days to purchase, to refer 5 people, NFT number 4, and you will earn 50% of their matrix bonus on a lifetime. And I'm sorry, I just needed to make that clarification. Once again, matching bonus, that's how it works. 5 people in a period of 30 days, NFT number 4, and you will earn 50% of their matrix bonus. Every single one of your referrals are earning. And now the faster bonus, which means during this 30-day period, any amount of people you bring in, starting on your NFT number 5, it will give you a 10% of their purchase. Token staking bonus is bonus number 5. That pretty much means a 10% of the value of any additional MFI token, any of your referrals purchase, you will earn a 10% of it directly paid out to you as well. And this is pretty much what Metfi is all about. I really want you to go thoroughly and research and investigate, go to Discord and see what all of the information that we have in there. Because remember that our main thing and the most important aspect of this huge DAO that is fully emerging now and is going to become the #1 incubator of unicorns in the metaverse and the Web 3.0 and DeFi 2.0 and all this whole universe. This #1 incubator is that it's 100% transparent. As I mentioned, you can go into the blockchain and you can go in and see the whole white paper and read the whole protocol. You can see the whole programming code. You can see everything right there. You can read everything. Probably if you're like me, you may not understand everything in there, but you more likely, I'm pretty sure that in the same way that I did, you have friends that do understand this and are experts on it. Just take the white paper, send it to them, make them read it and tell them, please go ahead and let me know what you think about this. Because if it happens the same way that it happened to me, they will not only tell you this is something amazing, they will come in and they will purchase their own NFT as well. And there you go. You have part of your 5 referrals that you need to unlock your matching bonus and your fast start bonus. But more importantly, you already start creating wealth. You can create not only your APY, but you can also start upgrading until you reach to the NFT number 10. The way that I'm just super eager to go, and I'm super eager to and almost excited because I'm very, very close, so I can upgrade to my NFT number 10, so I can start earning 1,000% of APY. But more importantly, I can show the community that this is possible. You can start with a middle NFT or a lower NFT. You can just upgrade using the referral program to increase your value, your NFT, your APY, but more importantly, your wealth. So welcome to Metfi. If you have any questions, please talk to the person that referred to you. And if you're ready to start in and you already want to purchase your NFT, just let the person that invited you, just let them know, I'm ready. How do I sign up? How do I purchase my NFT? They will let you know how the process is. And if that is the case, welcome to the Metfi community. Welcome to Unity, and we'll see you soon. Thank you for watching us. And it was really, really nice meeting you all.